I will get this tweet sent out to him, and he knows we are live, and he can restate his question. Copy link.
I can see it.
Live on Twitter, so we are live now. Can you restate your question? And then I'll send him a link to the tweet showing that we are live. Right, so this is the new start to a new debate structure. We're calling this, I don't know, did we have a name?
We did.
The
What was it?
chat, text chat, troll.
Lies matter.
Lies Matters, a new debate platform. So what we're doing, we've just gone live. We are talking to the people on Twitter that say we are weaseling out or running away or all of these sort of things. We are just we're asking them, because this got one here on the screen at the minute. You agreed to answer my questions first, so please provide the answers. If we go back, you are ready, still waiting for your answers. You haven't met the first part yet. You need to answer the questions. Great. Accepted the terms. Go ahead, provide your answers. There's no question. No point with someone that can't answer questions on the basics. I don't know. Why would I chase you? You can't answer the questions on geometry I've asked. So this is where we're at the minute. We're at a live stream where he can state his questions again, and we can attempt to answer them in a form that's down on video that they can then access later on, to say that we haven't run away from the questions or whatever, because I don't really know what the questions are, but that's the idea of this. The text trolls that run away. Look, questions I have already asked you several times. You agreed to answer them, so go ahead and answer them. Please restate. I'm going to write this on here, although you're probably listening. Oh, please restate your questions. There you go. Please restate your questions. Questions gone. We're here, ready and waiting for you. I'll just send him the link again in case he didn't see it. Come and chat, we'll answer what we can as best we can. On the level. Try thinking. There you go. It goes back over a couple of weeks, so I hope you remember them all. There are some about angles. I look forward to your answers.
I look forward to you restating your questions.
Yeah.
Don't need to go that far back.
Let's start at question 1. Please restate. Please restate it. I'll send him a link again as well, just in case he doesn't know that we're live. Waiting for it. Questions on the level. Try thinking. Oh, this is getting a bit boring, this. I mean, I was hoping I might at least start with one question or something. You've not got anything. No. I've got the whiteboard ready. I've got the manuals. I've got some pictures. We can go to all sorts of stuff. Still curved. Come on, man. You can do this. Remember a question that you wanted me to answer. Please. Just one. We might go and find a good GPS later as well. He's out somewhere.
Yeah, he'll be around.
This is a bit of a letdown. This you don't seem to be getting it. No. We'll send Slice Barcane a thing. See whether he's got any taking all sorts of questions now from any of the text trolls.
DP.
Back again. See if...
We're live at the minute, DP.
Oh, are we? Hello,
Yeah.
everybody.
Well, I wouldn't know everybody.
Where are we live?
We are, well, maybe D Live. I'm not too sure. Let me just check. No, not D Live. I don't know what's up with D Live, but YouTube and Periscope we're on. So we are streaming to Twitter and YouTube, but only to a very limited audience, you know.
Okay,
Nobody's watching.
That's all right then.
Yeah. So we're just practicing. We're ironing it out, right? We haven't really got any questions yet because the checks.
Have all the Twitter trolls run away? Unbelievable, isn't it? They say that none of the questions get answered, and you set this up especially.
Running away. No.
You set this up especially to answer their questions, and where are they?
Hiding back in their basements.
Looks that way. Can you actually see if there's any watchers on Twitter?
Do you want me to have a look?
Yeah. I've sent in the link a couple of times, and I've just put the thing out now, so we're taking questions live. But I don't know. They might get scared.
Two people watching.
You'll be one of them, would you?
No, I'm not. Look, I'm not even clicked on it.
I'm one of those.
One of those. There's one on YouTube as well.
Is there one person watching on YouTube?
On YouTube. I don't know who it is on YouTube.
Well, it says 2 for me. It says
On
2
YouTube.
watching.
Wow.
Free on Periscope.
Well, I've put it out as a big one. So, oh, there we go. If you had been polite and behaved like an adult, you would have answered them when they were asked. It's not my job to collate the many questions you avoided. I have already given you an example in my previous response. You avoided it again for some reason. Previous response would be the one before this. And that states, it goes back over a couple of weeks, so I hope you remember them all. There are some about angles as you move away from something. Yeah. There are questions about geometry,
really,
Twitter. I look forward to your answers. Well,
specifics aren't their forte then, by the sounds of it.
No. Like, just start with the easy one, curved. I mean, come on. Just one.
Oh, is that curved?
Still curved.
Still curved, not the
Just
real
one.
curved.
Yeah.
Just a pretend curve.
The easy one.
He's not being very forthcoming now.
The easy one, please. I'll ask for the easy one, right? Seeing as this would be the first ever. I mean, it may be a good one, right?
Is this the first ever question on our Twitter text Trolls Lives Matter feature?
First question on
Come on, Curve, make it a good one.
Yeah.
Make it matter.
Oh, wait a minute. This is going... Oh, we've got Dennis Whalebone. Because he's... If you answer the first question, we can proceed. The twisting about is quite funny, but boring after a week or so. Oh. This is going to go round and round.
Question.
Yeah, let's start at question 1. Please restate it. This is going... If you answer the first question, we can proceed. But, like, where's the first question? This is somebody else adding to the conversation with Still Curved, right? Dennis seems to think he's the same person as Still Curved. Or they're a big group of people anyway. But let's have a see. Dennis, what's your question?
Magic. Is Bev Robot in for you?
No.
Plague.
No, he's not.
You gone again, DP?
DP, jump out and back in.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hubs, we can't. No, they won't answer any questions. We're here to answer their questions that they want answering. Just about reality. Nothing about... I think we don't... I don't know about a 2D place that these guys seem to think that somebody lives on. You agreed to answer them all. Like he's... just one. You agreed to answer them all.
Come on, Twitter text Trolls.
One question first, and we'll try to answer it. There you go. I mean, it's like just a question. Like, how hard can it be? You just want to ask a question. That's all we're asking.
You know how they are.
We're here.
You know how they are.
We are here now, ready to answer questions. Please.
Which part of this scenario is difficult for them?
All of it. Reality, isn't it? They struggle with reality.
Do you think they're scared of an answer? Is that maybe what it is?
I'm having real problems staying connected to Discord at the moment, Bev.
You are.
Yeah, I'm having issues too.
Oh, you're both sounding a little bit. See what the connection's like. Does it look alright on the Twitter still?
Can you swap the server? Might that help?
I don't think I can.
I can give it a try.
I might be able to, but I don't know how to.
Yes.
Yeah.
Still found on Twitter.
There you go, Twitter text trolls. I asked Bev a question and he gave an honest answer.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what we're all about here, isn't it? On the level.
Changing the server. See if this.
Straight and honest.
Hello.
Hello. We still
How's
good?
that, DP? Okay.
Oh, we can answer some of these ones.
Sorry?
Slice Bar Kane's going, with Cosmic Surfer. We could always
Oh yeah.
could butt in on that one.
Hello.
Hello, DP. How's that working for you?
Whoa, fucking hell. What is wrong with Discord today?
Oh, we got a naughty domesticated primate. Bad connection.
Bad connection. Who was giving it the naughty to the domesticated primate?
I mean, I just said it. So,
Oh, you said it.
yeah.
Oh, it didn't come in from one of the Twitter text trolls.
No.
No, oh, okay.
No,
That's unusual.
gone
Normally
quiet.
they are calling me naughty. Gems call me naughty primate.
That's because they don't like the
But it's
names.
actually a badge I wear with honour over there.
Slice Bar Kane's having a go with Cosmic Surfer. And here you again acknowledge that level requires a reference. Yeah.
Would that be the one datum that's transposed over 3 posts? Would that be your reference?
Mr. Spot on.
Oh, look,
By the way, we're live. Spot on.
see that there? On the... It's Slice Bar Kane's saved my thing from February, like last year. When I showed that horizontals don't rise.
Did you send Teabag his new T-shirt?
I've not had a chance to see him yet.
No.
Sly, that's nice, Sly.
It's a nice T-shirt. I might get myself one actually.
You like this? Before the stickers came, that's my level. I took it up the hill.
Morning.
Morning.
Oh, spot on. How you doing?
22nd of February. That's a long time ago, isn't it?
It's
Someone's
spot
over
on.
live, isn't it?
Yeah,
we
we
are
are
live.
live. We are doing Twitter text trolls matter question send-in time.
Oh, I'll come back later then.
Nobody's asking us any questions, so it's getting a bit boring. We could do with you hanging around. They've gone all shy.
There's only like 4 people watching as well. Spot on, so.
Not you three, and one other, is it?
Might be.
Could be. Us 3 and Emma.
Yeah. Are you watching?
Me, no.
No. No, if I could bump the numbers up a bit.
Well, you've got a plethora of platforms to choose from. Spot on. You can do the old YouTube.
I think one of them might be Habs Batman.
You can do D-Live.
When we're doing nothing,
What's the other one?
The battery's about to die.
D-Live. What was the other one, Bev?
Periscope.
Periscope. Oh. Not heard of that
I think we might have a question here.
What's that? Is that looking over the sea level, is it?
You need help. Surely you can answer the questions on your own. I'll remind you of one easy one, then you can go back and answer all the others. As you move away from a tall object on a flat plane. Oh, this is a question. This is a question.
Oh, is it?
This is the first
question. Dun,
right.
dun, dun. Hope it's a good one.
Right, here we go.
Who's it from?
This is from Still Curved. It is an egg on Twitter, no profile picture or anything. So this is, I would say, hardcore text chat troll. Hardcore. As you move away from a tall object on a flat plane, what is the relationship between your angular size and the distance from the object? What is the relationship between the angular size and the distance from the object? I like that.
The relationship, isn't it?
The
relationship.
Yeah, there is a like a ratio that can be gained from such, so that you can tell not the sort of, I don't know, would you call it angular size, or it's the compression size of the object as it moves away.
But surely this all depends on atmospheric conditions as well. I mean, certain atmospheric conditions would render that object smaller or larger in your field of view to begin with.
I got some footage from the same spot at a lighthouse, and I've got, I don't know, like probably caught it maybe 10 times, and I bet if I put them all together, that lighthouse is different size every time.
Every time.
Yeah.
I've seen it, like, let's just say on a scale, if you said one day it was an inch at that distance, on my screen, I've seen it when it's been like an eighth of an inch.
So unless Still Curved out there wants to give us some specific atmospheric conditions, then...
Yeah, like there is no atmosphere.
Yeah. Would that be the one curved? Still Curved, sorry. Is that Curved's twin brother, do you think? Still Curved?
Don't know, it could be curved anyway.
Could be. Yeah, there could be some kind of relationship.
It could be like, it could be on the fence.
Well, yeah.
So he's sort of saying, but I am still curved.
Uh-huh.
Well, could I say that relationship is shown within the crosshairs of like a surveying tool, the stadia hairs.
Stadia line.
Yeah, those extra lines on either side.
That was the first thing that came into my mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the angular relationship is shown by the further away something moves within those lines. It is compressed, so there is more measurement. So providing you know the height of something, and you can put it within the stadia hairs, then the relationship will tell you the distance it is away. So that's what the relationship between the angular size, I guess, built into the stadia hairs on the lens of a level or theodolite.
But it means nothing if we're talking about atmosphere again. I mean, that's okay if you're drawing on paper.
Well, I mean, yeah, again, we have yet to check. We can test that at distance to see what happens over distance. I mean, that's one of my things. I would like to try and get a 5 meter thing in the bottom or top half of the stadia hairs and see whether we are actually 1 kilometre away. That would be
That would help you figure out the ratio that the stadia hairs bear to the real world.
Yeah, to see what
well,
over
ideally
distance.
you want to be like 2.5 meters. Like you want to be 2.5 meters in height where you start from.
Yeah, I mean, well, that can be tested, can't it? We can work all of that out where one needs to be, but the test would purely be over a distance to see whether you could get 5 meter staff in between the top from the center to the top one, and then measure the distance between to see how accurate that is over a distance. I would say just for the angular size difference. I mean, that's what we're talking about, isn't it? The relationship between the angular size and the distance. And I don't know what they meant angular size. I mean, I suppose it is the angle within those hairs, isn't it? But it's not really expressed as an angle. It's expressed as a distance between the hairs. I don't know. Unless you're talking... You might be talking trigonometrical leveling, but I mean, I don't know whether...
Trigonometrical. But then that is without an atmosphere then, isn't it? You're just talking about a pure mathematic formula.
Yeah.
Then. So is he talking real world or is he talking bullshit?
Yeah.
Who knows?
Well, tricky one, because if you're talking trigonometrical, then you're looking at from the bottom of a mountain to the top, and you would be assuming a 90 degree, like within the base of the mountain internally, wouldn't you? You would have to, in order to use trigonometry in the right angle. The right angle would have to be within the mountain if you were trying to do that. So, I mean, that would be... You would be assuming, I think. You would be using purely the angular measurements that you're making. There would be no way to check. Unless you just keep doing the same thing over and over.
So, still curved, does that clear up your query? And if not, could you supply some more information for us to follow it up with?
Yeah, I mean that's the point of that answer. Shows why we can't really answer questions on Twitter. It's not a place for these sort of things. So hence why we've brought this method to
cater for you trolls.
Yeah, text chat trolls. Mm-hmm. The ones that say we keep running away. Well, we're here. We can go anywhere. Any text chat room or whatever where somebody wants some questions answering, because obviously they must be struggling. He must have been struggling with the relationship between the angular size and the distance from an object.
Must have been losing sleep over that one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, this is the one with GPS is in the text, so he's within that thread. So he might be listening. You never know. GPS might want us to go somewhere else. I like this one here. Slice Barcane says, how does horizontal come from a reference point? Seriously. Circle has a center point. Line extending from center point to circle border is the radius. He means circumference, but circle border. Maybe a German term or whatever. AKA vertical. Wow. German? See what he did then?
Well, the radius can only be a vertical.
AKA vertical. He's just sort of... He's saying vertical. Yeah, vertical and radius are the same thing. But they're not.
Sly.
Don't listen to Sly people.
No wonder they call you Sly.
And then what he does, he doubles back again, right? So he calls the circle, the center point to the circle border is the radius, aka vertical. Horizontal is perpendicular to that radius line. Wow.
Dear, oh dear, Sly.
Yeah.
That is a big fail there.
It's perpendicular to a radius, a horizontal. It's simple geometry. Look at that. It's simple geometry. Shocking, Sly.
Perpendicular to a radius. Heard it all now, Bev.
Well, I mean, you come on Twitter. Just come and join the
Thank
thread.
goodness. Thank goodness I'm
Not
not.
had an answer yet. What do you mean you've not had an answer yet?
An answer to a malformed question.
No, like
Well done.
No, he said the easy one. Yeah.
Oh, that
As
was
you move away from a tall object on a flat plane, what is the relationship between angular size and distance from the object? We have just told you that. You should re-listen. Is that a word?
Re-listen? Yeah,
Yeah.
you can re-listen to something or just listen again.
We answered your question. I think quite well as well, didn't you? It doesn't like re-listen. It says that's not a word.
Oh, shame.
I'm going to put it anyway, so I'll make it up.
Let's have a look. See what dictionary says, shall we? Re-listen.
Oh. Right now, John might be after. Do you
What's the matter with John? Is he not very happy?
Well, I was saying to John the other day about
Is
the
this John Rawlins?
yes.
Yeah, this might be Chunky Butt Boy, you know.
Yeah. Well, I was saying to John the other day, we need to work out this proof challenge, where we just match each other. Whoa! Right. So, can you see the chat there?
Who, me?
Oh. Yeah. Right. So
Was that,
I
must
put
admit, I've not got it up on screen.
February earlier on this year, a few months ago, right? I got my level out and I put it at the top of the local hill and leveled it, and then sighted down it to find that the horizon didn't rise to the level of the level.
Which text chat, Bev?
No, in what's my stream? Is my stream on or not? Is it not
No.
on? Oh, what?
No, Bev, there is no stream on Discord. So you're streaming to everywhere apart from us.
There you go. Look, here you go. You can see that now, can you?
Oh, there we go. Look,
Right.
yes.
Okay, so on that picture there, we are looking at. That's from Twitter from February last year. That's the level, my level, without any stickers on it. So what I did was I took it up to the hill, and look, can you see that gap there? I levelled it, obviously, put the centre bubble in the middle, and see, look, bubble in the middle. There's the distance, and we go down to the level. I have to sight the bottom along the bottom edge, and you can see there's a gap, proving that this horizon here doesn't rise. See a gap?
Mm-hmm.
Right. So that's why I did that video ages ago. So Sly's just posted it today. Again, I don't know what he's trying to prove with it.
Ask him. He's there, isn't he? We could ask him.
Well, he doesn't answer to me. You think he's muted me or something he doesn't like.
Oh, yeah.
So
But
I
he's
say
listening,
horizontals don't rise. And then John, you know John, says,
oh, yeah.
observational evidence indicates otherwise. Horizontals don't rise. Observational evidence indicates otherwise.
Haven't you just done an observation that doesn't indicate otherwise?
And then he's done some pictures, right? So, do you want to have a look at this? All points on a horizontal from an observer's position should be at the same level, height, elevation as the observer. Well, that's not necessarily true, is it? We don't know what happens to the air, or the atmospheric conditions, or whatever. In fact, well, we do, don't we? Because we've got some pictures with somebody laid down on us that actually shows there is a drop in the observation. With an auto level whose crosshairs project a horizontal plane from the observer's position, I can view physical features that have been surveyed and their elevations above sea level accurately determined. Well, the problem is that the auto level only shows the crosshairs within the level. So whatever happens in the distance could be affected, and obviously is. I observe survey positions known to be significantly higher than the elevation I am in or below the crosshairs of my art. Right, so he sees things below, and then a lot of the things with numbers. So
those things below, what's he saying, that they are higher than his position? Or
he's got here on this one, he's got observation point. It says 95 meters. I'm gonna have to sort that out. The Twitter's not really working very well there with the pictures. I think that's John's proof that the horizontal, like, I say horizontals don't rise, and he says observational evidence indicates otherwise. I don't understand. What's he talking? Why is he saying rise? Is he trying to say that the horizontal rises away from level, or the level drops away from horizontal? I'm a little bit confused as to what John thinks.
It's not
horizontal
all that clear, is
it? Observational evidence indicates otherwise. Well, the otherwise would have to be horizontals rising.
Oh, yeah, do, right. Yeah. Because you said they don't, so the otherwise would be do, yeah.
That's really strange, John.
Mr. Rawley Bum, can you clarify your position, please?
I don't know whether John... We sent John he might be listening, I don't know. We might be getting some more viewers on Twitter than we are on YouTube.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So, this is all about the Twitter text trolls. So I'm glad they're joining from Twitter.
I just listened. You didn't answer it. You talked about the atmosphere and refraction. You talked about the atmosphere and refraction. Plenty of examples where no significant refraction takes place. What about using a church spire and moving from What's he talking about that? Right, so let me get this right. He is saying as you move away from a tall object on a flat plane, what is the relationship between your angular size and the distance from the object? Well, we definitely answered that because they are expressed within the crosshairs of an auto level, the stadia hairs. You can estimate or estimate a distance somebody is away if you know the actual height, real size of an object by how small it is compressed into the distance. So that is the relationship between the angular size and the distance. And he's saying, you talked about the atmosphere and refraction. Well, that was just as a side to it. I mean, that's got nothing to do with the angular relationship and the distance, has it? Really?
Although the atmospheric conditions can have an effect on the size of the object you're looking at.
Well, yeah, but we need to do further testing to be able to talk about that, and to see what be
supplied more information.
Yeah. So what's the relationship? The basic geometry / maths. Well, yeah. The relationship is an angular relationship between the distance of the and it's put it within the focal length of the optical device that's measuring it. He says, what about using a church spire and moving from 10 meters away to 20 meters, 30 meters? Yeah, it gets smaller and you can tell the distance you are away. I mean, if you already know the distance you are away from it, then, I don't know what you...
Pointless exercise.
It gets smaller, right? I mean, we know that. Would that be the relationship? The church just doesn't look as big. But that's because you're further away from it.
Oh, my word.
This is basic geometry maths. I mean, yeah, it is. It is. Curved. I don't know what else you're after. You'll have to clarify a bit more.
This is... Where's he put it? This is basic geometry stroke maths.
Yeah, I mean, that's all it is. But I mean, it's not. I wouldn't say it's basic. I would say it's you have to do some very clever mathematical ratios, because don't forget, you're putting this within an optical device. You are putting hairs within an optical looking device. Oh, I think we did do that. How did we do? Did we clarify? Did we clarify it for you? I thought we did quite well. I mean, we can show, if we got any pictures we can get on the what's the relationship called? This is basic geometry maths. There are two different words that can describe the relationship. I don't... What relationship? The relationship between the stadia hairs within the device? I don't know. You're going to have to help us out here. I mean, I'm intrigued now. Are you looking on? What is the relationship called? I don't know. I give in. That one's on you, Kev.
I surrender.
I don't know what you're looking for.
He's looking for a specific word or a specific group of words, I think, to describe.
Does he not know? He could. Yeah. I don't know. Are you doing like a project or something? You need a word. What would we call that? What's the relationship called between the length of the sides of a triangle? Is that what do you think he's talking about?
Well, it does form a triangle, doesn't it? And as you
they would be the relationship between the two angles that are opposite the hypotenuse, the two sides, sine and cosine.
Yeah, as one gets longer.
Maybe he's looking for trigonometry or something. Yeah, I think he might be actually the relationship between the angles and the sides of a triangle. Yeah, that's basic geometry and maths, but I mean, I don't know what's interesting, but I mean, we could go into basic geometry and maths and the understanding between the sine and the cosine and the angles and
that's what he's looking for, isn't it? The name of that relationship.
Oh, I don't know. I think he's talking about trigonometry, but I mean, we're not really doing with this is far more practical use of the stuff. And when we're talking about, we're mainly talking about elevation, which is the basics of the starting baseline and the relationship between that baseline and the measurement, the height measurement. Call one a horizontal, one a vertical. But trigonometry isn't really geometry. That's the mathematical. You have to understand the triangle first and the relationship between the sides. Habs is the water is always level. Plumb is perpendicular to the level, so the Earth cannot be a sphere. Spot on. I've always said that. Habs.
Who was saying that?
Habs Batman, Patriot, Habs. Q Digital Soldier. Habs Batman.
Nice one, Habs.
Using the angles from shadows from goalposts at standard grade trigonometry, you can show sun is close by in the sky above. The world is flat and motionless. I wouldn't go as far as flat. We try to keep away from the 2D. You did awful, but it is enlightening to listen to. The relationship between angular size and distance is a question mark relationship. I'm geometry maths question mark. I thought you understood geometry. You keep mentioning auto levels for some reason. I'm going to have to just nip off to the toilet for a minute, but you can have a read over that if you want. I don't. Can you make any sense of that?
Well, it's
you
just
changed.
Awful.
There you go. Mid-screen.
Still curved. You did awful, but it's entertaining to listen to you. No, nice one. Still curved. I'm wondering if you are curved, brother. The relationship between angular size and distance is a relationship. You're going to have to enlighten us on that one, still curved, if you actually know at all. I'm geometry maths, question mark. I'm geometry maths. Is that a typo? Still curved. I'm, as in I am, geometry, maths? Question mark. I thought you understood geometry. You keep mentioning, oh well, that's one for auto levels. Why not?
You managed to work it out yet?
Well, he's saying I'm geometry maths, as in I am geometry.
I know.
Stroke maths.
He might have made a spelling mistake.
Yeah, I did ask him if it was a typo and if he could correct it if it is a typo. Oh, you can't do that with Twitter, can you?
No,
you
have to redo it.
So still curved. As for the name of that relationship,
So no, that's up to you. He can call it whatever he wants. I mean, we just do explanations and all of that. If you're looking for a specific word that somebody's already told you and you can't remember, or are you just sort of doing that, I'm better than you because I know the word that I'm thinking of and I'm asking you to think of the word that I'm also thinking of and you're not saying it, so I'm much cleverer than you, which is a bit of a silly thing to say, but I mean, fair enough.
Yeah, that's what happens when you
if
deal
you
with
want a
Twitter
word
trolls,
win,
isn't it?
we can go with that, yeah. Typo in, like, so okay.
What was it? What was it?
You did awful, but it is entertaining to listen to. The relationship between angular size and distance is a question mark relationship in geometry maths.
Geometry and maths.
So the angular relationship between angular size and distance is a something relationship.
Relationship in geometry and maths.
Okay, I thought you understand geometry. I think it's easy saying. Is he after linear? I think that might be a special word he's got. It means straight lines. I think it might be because the angles are always two straight lines, right?
Yeah, but it can't be a straight line for him, though, can it?
But the angle that changes. Then it's always an angle. Everything's always straight lines. If you're dealing with triangles, then it's straight lines.
No, it's got to be
linear.
Yeah,
Linear. Right? What about that, Curved? What do you think of that? Did we get your word question right? Hab says you wouldn't see crepuscular sun rays if the sun was 93 million miles away. 1 degree of the sun's rays would be 4 times the Earth's width. That means every ray of light would be vertical and parallel to each other. The sun's rays wouldn't angle away from each other from a central point. And then he put some pictures.
Absolutely beautiful.
Nice angles there. I'm going to have to sort that out, aren't I? That picture. Get it center screen. A triangle is defined as a plane figure with 3 straight sides and 3 angles. Therefore, triangulation would be impossible across a curved surface. Perfect. I love that. That's a good one. I might actually have to take that and put it on the website.
On the website. Yeah. I was thinking exactly the same thing.
I'll give him a credit for that. For Habs, definitely belongs on the website. That.
Habs, can you just let us know if that is your illustration? If it is, I would like to put it on a t-shirt.
Triangulation. That's a very nice meme. Thank you very much, Habs. Nice and simple. Love it. You have a way with words, Habs. I will retweet. He's not come back, told us if we've got the right word.
Maybe he's kind of run away scared now then.
Linear. I think we might have done. The problem is they don't like saying yes. That is the correct answer.
Yeah, that is the word I had
Because
in my
then
mind.
we might be. We might have the same knowledge that they do at that point. But we like to share. Try and help people. Yeah. Any of these Chet tax. She nearly made a mistake then.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
You don't want to do that live, Bev.
Yeah.
That's
Text-
a private backroom joke.
Text chat trolls are welcome to come in here and voice their understandings at any time.
Do you want to drop a link for the Discord?
We're in the Twitter. It's
Well,
on my.
You can do it in D Live and.
I can't.
Yeah,
No,
what's
we're
the-
not going at D Live at the minute.
No, okay.
I haven't got a link to the YouTube. I don't know who's watching on YouTube. It doesn't really matter anyway. This is only a practice.
Yeah, I might drop into your YouTubes and see who's there.
And Dave on the levels there.
Oh, Dave.
Dave on the level. Shout
Yeah.
out, Dave on the level.
We're thinking of doing a proof for proof with any of these text chat trolls, where I put up a proof for level is, and then they can put a proof for their level is, and we can just match them one for one, and we'll just keep going. I've got many, so they could be quite entertaining. I can go on the whiteboard, the Brian Mullen whiteboard of truth, we are calling it, to do any pictorial demonstrations that I may need, because I have a few of my proofs involve the whiteboard. So yeah, any text trolls. Nearly did it again then.
You'll get your tongue around it, babe, in time. It'll take time.
Oh,
Text, Twitter, text.
Chat trolls.
Yeah.
I didn't ask a question. Oh, no, see now, this is quite interesting. This is a tactic that you have. Can you see this here? Quantum Chicken says, I didn't ask the question, do keep up, right? So I ask still curved. Let's start at question 1. And Dennis comes back with this. He's going to round and round again, right? So Dennis comes in. I don't even know who he is. He's not. I'm talking to still curved. And then I ask, what's your question to Dennis? And Quantum Chicken comes in, replying to that, which is a reply to Dennis. I didn't ask the question. Do keep up. So Quantum Chicken just keeps going round and replying to things that don't concern him at all.
Running
Genius,
round
isn't it?
like a bit of a headless Quantum Chicken.
Yeah. Who's the one that looks silly there? Quantum Chicken. Just jumping in.
Do keep up, Quantum Chicken.
It's a proper chat. Oh, here's Nick. If that camera is pointing horizontal, you may want to get your money back from whoever installed your kitchen. Also try with telecentric lenses, not standard, would be much more valid, removing camera distortion. Wow. Flatsoid did make a video earlier.
Did he?
Yeah.
Did you see his one of the helium balloon and the
Yeah,
sun?
that was a good one.
Yeah, demonstrating that the sun, it is the sun moving, and
Yeah.
that was really, really interesting. You know, it was me that gave him the idea for that.
Oh, well, I've got a tank of helium here, so I could try it, but I don't think there's any rooms I could have steady enough, you know, with the airflow.
It's the joys of living in South Africa, I think. They have the sun quite a bit down there.
Well, I don't think he's not come back. We must have got it right. We must have hit it. Do you reckon he's ever going to come and tell us if we got it right or not?
No.
Of course he isn't.
Just go on to the next question that we haven't answered, that we don't know what he's asked.
They want to continue to make us look wrong. They don't want to admit when we're right.
Sly's losing his grip, right? He's losing grip big time. So he's got... they're talking about the datum. So the datum's a horizontal vertical relationship. It's got to be, because it acts perpendicularly and you're after a vertical height. And then common reference point being down. Well, no, a common reference point would be a datum. Down is not a point. Then what is a plumb bob? Is it a vertical point? And Sly then says, plumb is not a vertical point. It is a line. So perpendicular to plumb is a line. Sly even says it.
Mm-hmm.
So if it's a line and perpendicular to a line is another line, then horizontal is a line.
Not a point.
Not a point.
Uh-huh. So thank you, Sly.
Yeah, he won't acknowledge that. He didn't mean that. Oh, there you go. See previous comment you missed. There we go. Did I predict that? Did you reckon he wrote that before I said it? Or do you reckon I said it? How did we do? Did we clarify it for you? And he says, see previous comment you missed. Didn't link it. I have typed in the video text, but not sure if you can see it. If you think it's a linear relationship on a flat plane, then you seriously do not understand basic geometry maths. No wonder you think we don't live on a globe. What's he talking about?
I was just
flat
about
plane.
to ask, does he have a point amongst all of those words?
We only talked about in reality. Right? Not two different models curved. Actually what happens in reality with the real tools that people use in reality. And the relationship between the angles of the things as you move away in reality.
These people seem to be struggling with that concept of reality.
I like that t-shirt. That's brilliant.
Oh yeah, that's Teabag if you're about.
Yeah.
Shout, I never thought I'd be saying this. Shout out to the Teabag. Came up with that idea.
Scorpio sent that to Teabag.
Uh-huh.
So Teabag's got his message and he's got his t-shirt.
He's got his own t-shirt now.
He asked for it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Show us how you measure height of mountains and land on a globe. Show us the sea level. Yeah, I don't know how you do it on a globe. I can show you how it works. It's a vertical height. It's a vertical distance above the sea level. Now, level is horizontal, so a vertical height above the horizontal is it's horizontal. Habs has got it right. It doesn't take much to understand this. It's very simple.
I can't believe you actually had to explain that to them.
Well, no, I mean, me and Habs, and there's many people on this Twitter thread that have been explaining this very simple stuff for quite a long time. It's a vertical datum, and if it's a vertical, then it's measured perpendicularly.
Is that vertical like a testicle?
No, that's the that's the curve model.
Uh-huh.
The curve model has a vertical like a testicle.
Thanks, shout out Brad, the science guy, for that one.
Yeah,
vertical like a testicle wouldn't be possible without him.
And that's the extension of the radius that Sly was talking about. Vertical like a testicle. The one that the imagined radius. My original question, you got the answer wrong when you said linear was a question about the relationship on a flat plane. What is the relationship on a flat? We just talk about reality. What is the relationship on a flat plane? I don't know what you're talking about. Reality is where we do this curved. We just tell you about stuff that happens in reality. There's no need for us to mess about with your model or somebody else's model or whatever. We just do. We tell you what happens in reality.
Like I said before, Bev, they can't deal with that. They just can't deal with the reality.
Yeah.
We're not talking about one model or the other, just what happens.
Yeah. Just what we actually observe when we're out there in reality.
Making reality observations.
Need help? NASA, science, math, show us. The ballers, they can't. They can't do anything. I think Curve's gone now. I think that was it. We didn't give him the answer that he wanted, even though he already knew the answer that he was looking for. I don't know. He ended up telling us that we were wrong because we didn't answer a question that he wanted us to answer in the way that he wanted us to answer it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh well.
It's a strange way, isn't it, of going about your daily business if you...
Strange ways.
Ask a question of somebody that you already know the answer. Maybe.
Whilst trying to trip them up with that question that you already know the answer to.
Yeah. It's not really Socratic method, is it? It's
moronic method.
Yes, it's like using the Socratic method for ridicule of a presupposed answer that you want somebody to give you. Or not.
Is that spot on?
Well,
did I hear spot on?
I don't think you did.
No. He's not there. Nobody's there.
Is it just me and you still, Bev?
Plague.
and play.
Yeah. Oh, wait.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm just telling you
Update.
quickly.
Update. So you
How many's on
can't
the watch
answer a
list, Craig?
simple geometry question correctly.
See.
Good to know. In reality, brackets according to you, is the surface of water, brackets say a canal, a flat plane? What is the relationship of angular size, church example, brackets, and distance away on that canal flat plane? There's no churches on canals. We don't build churches on canals. Right, so, well, I'll try my best. Curved. Are you going to tell us what we got wrong? Or are you just going to... You already know the answers to these questions, so... Is there any answer we could give? I'll still have a go, because I like answering questions. It helps us out. Good to know. In reality, according to you... There you go. So, in reality, according to you, is the surface of water, brackets say a canal, a flat plane? Well, there's little ripples on it, so no. The surface is level, and level is horizontal.
And it does drop level through locks as well, so...
Yeah, changes within the levels are maintained through the lock system, using the clever way that water always finds its level. You can use locks and gates in order for you to traverse between these two levels. It's clever stuff, water. But it's not a flat plane. I mean, these people are likening... He's a curved, right? He's still curved, but he likes flat.
Still curved.
Yeah, they like using the word flat. You can't really do that. Everyone can see there's waves and stuff, little ripples, splashes. When somebody say fish moving, right?
Ducks swimming.
Ducks landing on it. So you could never guarantee that it is flat, ever. So would that answer that question for you? We don't use the word flat. We just say the surface of the water would be a horizontal plane. So, what is the relationship of angular size, brackets, church example, and distance away on that canal/flat plane? Well, not a canal/flat plane. Not the same thing. It's not a flat plane. We don't put churches on canals. And... so you can't answer a simple geometry question. Isn't that the question you were doing before? What is the relationship of angular size and distance? DP, help me out here. I'm
sorry, mate. I kind of got bored with his nonsense.
He doesn't. He's asking the same question that he's already said we can't answer.
Right.
Again,
so you can't answer a simple geometry question correctly. Good to know. That
would be, like, just before we start, the angular distance geometry, because that's the only other question he's asked, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Angular distance isn't geometry.
Well, he said we can't answer it. So it only goes on to say, in reality, the surface of water is flat, and I've said, no, it's not flat. Then he goes on to say, what is the relationship of angular size for a church and distance away on that canal/flat plane? But again, that's the question he said we can't answer. And now all he's done is he's made a figment of a flat plane canal, which it isn't, and then he's put a church on it. Church canal.
He's put a church on the canal.
Now when you put a church on a figment of a flat plane canal, what would be the relationship between the angular size and the distance? The question that he thinks we can't answer. It's a bit of a stupid question, really. Oh dear. Hey, Curved, that's...
Bless your missus, Beth.
Yeah.
Bit of a stupid question.
We are live. It's alright.
Hello.
Yeah. Hey,
Is that
Helgi.
Helgi?
Yeah.
Helgi's
man.
here.
What up,
Hello,
man?
Helgi.
We are live
Helgi,
on...
we are live.
Yeah.
We are live.
And Buster. Buster's coming.
Hello, Buster.
One second, my phone. 1 second.
Put something in live stream.
Wait a minute, let me check.
Okay,
this.
I'm back. Yeah, I saw the what you sent me. Very funny. I'm gonna buy one of those hoodies, you know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I saw the one premium. What's the difference between a premium hoodie and a normal hoodie?
I think it's
Premium
just the
quality.
zips, isn't it? Or is
This
the...
one's
Yeah.
premium.
You... Oh, my lad's got a premium.
Yeah.
Just softness of material, I think.
Yeah, and the white threads coming out.
Oh, and yeah, white.
The other
Yeah,
ones
the
are
white
black.
hoodie threads.
Oh. Yeah, I saw you don't have a premium my size, so I have to buy a normal hoodie.
I got a zip one. Me and my lad, big youngest lad, big one, got a large zip hoodie.
Mm.
Yeah, they're quite good. I'll be getting another one.
Helgi's Proof has gone on a range of t-shirts and hoodies
I love
now
it.
available in the store.
It's a really cool design that as well. I like that. Nice and simple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there will be one for Pages Proof going up as soon as I can do a graphic for it.
Yeah. Will it have a vertical like a testicle?
No, because that's unique to what's his name, Brad, the science guy.
Yeah.
That was his claim to fame.
Yeah,
So
but couldn't you put his sort of design on the on Pages Proof on the other side? Because I mean, it's a circle, isn't it? Like you could just
we could do.
Yeah, you could.
Yeah.
Because then you could actually incorporate the vertical like a testicle into Pages Proof.
Into Pages Proof.
Yeah. To show the difference
but
between
then-
the two verticals. You know,
but
the
then
real
Brad-
vertical, and the vertical like a
Brad
testicle.
might feel that we're leaving him out because he doesn't get his t-shirt with his vertical like a testicle on it. It's incorporated into something else.
Oh, we might have to ask Brad then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll speak to Brad if he ever comes back. Has Helgi gone again?
No, I'm
Where
here.
is he? Oh, Buster's put a thing in here, so this might help Curved. It says, how does the size/length of an object vary with distance? Let the girl walk away from you. Her size, A, stays the same. She appears smaller because she is appearing under a smaller angle. Her angular size changes. Try to imagine it with the picture attached. Use arctangent to calculate her angular size. Is the correct way. For small angles, you can simplify. An object on full field with focal length of 12 millimeters would be measured incorrectly. An error 2 to 5% in length measurement may be made for fisheye. Angular size is inversely proportional to its object distance without using optical devices. So an angular size is inversely proportional to its object distance without using optical devices. I wouldn't say why without using optical devices.
I ain't missed much, Jen.
We're still.
Yeah.
I've literally come back in and you're talking. Like, literally, it carried on from when I left. Perfectly.
Yeah.
Oh, I've literally
Fantastic.
painted. I've been painting a skirting. I've moved a table and a bookcase. and many things. I come back to that. It's brilliant.
many things.
So, is the answer still not adequate?
I don't think it's what he wants.
What does he want then?
I don't know. He wants an answer, and we're not giving it the correct answer that he wants. I mean, I think he already knows the answer that he wants.
Well, if he didn't know the answer he wants, how would he know that we're not giving him the answer he wants?
Well, maybe he's just wasting your time.
Yeah, but we are getting to work over this stuff between us. I mean, it's very valuable.
Oh, totally. Yeah, no, I appreciate it. Thanks for giving us a question, yeah?
Is Buster still in the room?
I missed out.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks for that.
Seems like usually when they talk about this stuff, it usually ends up going to the astronomy stuff. Like, what was it? They used the other day, the star with the M. Scott Veach when he brought up the...
Oh, Polaris.
Oh, no, it was that one that was...
Alpha Centauri.
Yeah. The Alpha Centurion,
Yeah.
That's usually what they like to go to obfuscate is the astronomy stuff. Or...
Just south of Boston, that one, isn't
it? For sure.
Yeah, which is good. I mean, churches on canals are like a stretch, but I mean, at least they're not, they are real. Well, no, they're not real, are they? Nobody would put a canal on a church on a canal, but I mean, they may be on a barge. A barge church.
What's happening?
Pretty strong barge, mate.
You're moving churches with canals?
No, I think in order to express, he wants like the difference between a flat plane and what he imagines is, like he wants a couple of different things, or he imagines that. I think he imagines that the reality that he sees is a model that he presumes. So therefore, he's wanting us to tell him what we imagine would happen on our imaginary place. But we are talking about reality and what we think. And he may be talking about what he imagines as his reality also. But not actually knowing the practical application in reality.
How many people are watching now?
I don't know.
Plagues the numbers, man.
Oh, here we go. We have got an update.
Just one.
Just one. Oh, Buster, you're not watching us anymore, are you?
Yeah. Had to come over on this side of it.
Right, so in reality, if you mark out a 100-meter horizontal line from the base of a church and you measure the angle to the top of the church is perpendicular to your... What? Church is perpendicular to your horizontal, in brackets. Every 10 meters, what is the relationship between the measured angle and the distance from the church? 10 meters.
They expect you to do that every 10 meters down that canal.
Wow. Let me start that again. I need to just put that on the Twitter so everybody can see. There you go. In reality, if you mark out a 100-meter horizontal line from the base of the church and you measure the angle to the top of the church, it says church is perpendicular to your horizontal every 10 meters. So does he mean the church spire at the top of the church? I presume that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The spire right at the top of the church. So if you do that and measure the angle, like so directly underneath, church is perpendicular to your horizontal, would be you are stood directly underneath the spire and you look up 90 degrees vertically.
Yeah.
Top of the spire's there, so you
Oh,
then
but
move 10
The other way we
meters.
could do it, Bev, is
What?
we could go to the top of the spire and just drop a plumb line down, and that would give us our
Start point.
yeah.
Yeah.
But would that work for you still, Kurt?
What happens if you can imagine the church being then as just the steeple and the point, and then nothing else?
Well, I think you're going to
And then
have
just-
to, right? Because 10 meters, you wouldn't be able to see the steeple, I think, from...
No, that's what I mean.
You'd
Yeah,
still...
so-
Your first one would be... You'd be screwed. So you're going to have to imagine it and do it geometrically, right? That's the only way we can do it. Draw it out and then... like that. I presume that's what he means. So if we draw a straight line, which would be horizontal, because he does say, mark out a 100 meters horizontal line. So baseline,
Yeah, but
100
I take it
meters.
he's on about a straight horizontal.
He wants the relationship. He wants the
Yeah,
name
yeah.
of the relationship
It's
between
just
the reduction in size in one leg of the triangle as you extend the other, no?
no, it's the reduction in the angle as
Oh,
you
the
move
angle.
along the
Right.
baseline.
Uh-huh. Right, I've got you.
I don't know.
Mhm.
Like, is it a particular name? If you mark out a church, what is the relationship between the measured angle and the distance from the church? I don't
Well,
know.
is it like
The relationship will be the different angle, won't it? I'm struggling to understand what the purpose of him doing this.
yeah, exactly.
I mean,
He wants to feel smart on the internet, so he wants to ask a question that he thinks only him and few people know.
okay. So it's a
wants to-
particular
Maybe-
name, is it? That
Maybe
we're
he
after,
just
Kev?
heard someone else say it.
Yeah, yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
Most likely.
Hmm.
He wants to
If you're
sound
only
smart.
10, if you're only 10 meters away, you couldn't point that thing.
No.
That will it auto level point to it? The
No, an
optical go to
auto
a 90?
level won't. No. But he's not after what the angle is. He's just after the relationship. But I don't know. Like,
It's called perspective, isn't it? I mean, that's a relationship.
I don't know. I don't know. Is it geometric? Because perspective isn't geometric, is it? I mean, if he wants us to lay out a baseline,
No, but it is a relationship, though, isn't it?
yeah. Well, I don't
It's
know.
one relationship, I think.
Let's give us a reason why we like what does knowing the name that you want to call the relationship between the angle and the distance. Yeah, what I mean, I think it's getting to the realms where he might be able to teach us something, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like it. Do you reckon how forthcoming is he going to be?
Oh, I don't think he will be forthcoming at all. Not to any benefit of anybody, anyway.
No, I think it's been quite productive, though. I'm going to have to cut this off, take the lad home. But yeah, this has been quite productive, right? We can do this again sometime.
Yeah.
I'm not so sure. Has anybody here learned anything?
The Twitter text trolls, comments, lies do matter.
Yeah, they do. I'm sure we've made him feel much better about himself. He's going to go away from this thinking that he knows something that we don't know.
Mm-hmm. So he'll be able to puff up his chest and strut around and
Yeah. And there will always be this video for him to look back on.
and think, yeah, that was a
Yeah,
gotcha.
Well done. Yeah, you could clip all of the best bits of where he texted some really cool stuff. But anybody's welcome to come into the On the Level MEUK Discord at any time. Link will be in my Twitter description. I think it's also in the YouTube description. I hope it is. If it isn't, I'm going to have to put it in there.
It isn't.
Have they smoked and then get ready?
Yeah.
It isn't.
No, it's not there.
Okay, well, I will have to sort that out for next time.
Well, how do you think it went for the first trial run, Bev?
I think it's good. I think that we've still opened up the proof for proof challenge.
Yeah.
We're going to go on tour with the twin model paradox, the Kozlowski model paradox. Paradox?
Yeah, we'd like it. Well,
Dichotomy.
we'd like to take it to Jose, but Jose he's got a ban on some words.
Yeah.
How ridiculous is that? A debate server that has banned some words.
Not swear words either.
Are you watching the text in the stream? Which I'm not looking. Are you? Oh, is it? He must be on YouTube, right? He must be the one on YouTube watching it.
Still
Emma.
curved.
I
Emma
have
was-
typed into that. Well, we're here on Twitter. We come to you. That's the point, Curved. But I mean, thanks for watching on YouTube. You must be the one. Are you watching the text in the stream? I have typed into that. In reality, if we are at a level 10 feet above sea level, for example, and we moved away from the church at the same level, the angle would change in a relationship to the distance moved away.
If he has typed, I haven't seen it.
Let me go over this again, because I mean this sounds pretty much exactly what we said. He might have got it from us actually. In reality, if we are at a level brackets 10 feet above sea level, for example, and we moved away from the church at the same level, the angle would change in a relationship to the distance moved away.
That is
Yeah,
virtually word for word what we said.
Yeah, it's obviously he's learned then. Thank you very much. Kev.
Yeah.
I'm glad
Yeah.
we helped.
Yep. Come
You-
back for your
Yeah, more
lesson next time.
More questions.
It's all
Yeah,
good. We don't charge.
that's a very good point to end on. That.
Yeah. Yeah. So
So yeah,
thanks for popping in. Still curved.
and don't forget we will come back at another time, anytime, chat, text, trolls, call for us.
Lies,
lies
man.
Yeah.
Text chat trolls, lies matter.
Yeah. Whenever they call, we will be there. We can go anywhere. Any text chat. Come with travelling live stream and a panel for answering questions. On the level. .live. Join us on the Discord.
Thanks for tuning in.